So I guess an introduction is in proper order. My name is Ryan David Rogers. I am the writer, director, and pretty much doing all the post for the Robotic Horseman, a short film that I shot back in April of this year. And just for whatever reason you stumbled across this video and have not actually seen the teaser for Robotic Horseman, let me just quickly play it right now.
So tell me just one more time from the beginning.
The whole thing kind of sounds like I'm on drugs. I'm not sure anybody would believe me.
I believe you.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
Honestly, every time I watch that, my favorite line is just the whole thing about the drugs. I can tell you, I can promise you this. I wasn't on any when I came up with the idea. It's actually been something that's been kind of going around in my head for a number of years now, ever since I shortly got out of high school, and it just took up until now, about what 8 years later, for me to actually get it into some form. It's definitely one of those things where I was definitely also really wanted to put a lot of my gear to good use. I was using a bunch of vintage lenses. In fact, I'm using one of them right now for this, a 19 millimeter lens made by Vivitar. And I gotta say, I really liked how it turned out. And I for the production, I also rented a Sony A6400 to kind of give it a shot, because I was looking at getting some new gear and figured best way to see if it would work it out for me is to actually try it. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I think I'm gonna just stick with Canon for a while. It's nothing necessarily wrong with the Sony A6400. I just kind of felt the interface is not really kind of difficult to deal with. I mean, fortunately, after the initial setup, it was just as easy as pressing the record button on it. But it's kind of one of those things where I felt, honestly, would have felt more comfortable if I just rented a Canon camera instead. And the reason why I kind of decided to go with renting a camera instead of just using my T3i, had there was two reasons behind that. I did want to shoot in 2.4:1, and I know with Magic Lantern, you can put crop marks in it for proper framing. But the thing is, I've had a number of problems with Magic Lantern on my T3i in the past, to the point where I really thought that I ended up breaking the thing. So I kind of decided from this point on I'm not going to use Magic Lantern. And also, the original plan for how I wanted to approach a couple of scenes was going to be using a rig that I had, and just in case we risked damaging it, I'd rather use one of my some of my gear instead of damaging a rental. But since the A6400 shoots in 4K, my T3i shoots in 1080. He doesn't have a log profile or anything like that, so it probably would have been a bit noticeable when you're trying to cut the two. So I ended up using my phone for a few scenes with Filmic Pro on it, which honestly I kind of ended up liking the overall image quality uh, for my Google Pixel with Filmic Pro a little bit more than the A6400, and that's probably only because the A6400 had it's a bit more fragile due to the whole 8-bit internal aspect of the codec, which honestly, after doing some color grading, I was like, okay, I either gotta regrade this to try to make it not look as fall aparty, or I'm just gonna have to deal with it. Okay, I've talked a lot about this, and clearly I have not even put the short film up yet for anyone to see. So I guess the big question is, at what state is the short film in? Uh, Pretty much at this point, I just need to do the overall sound mixing, add a couple of shots back in based on recommendations from the cast. Well, a couple of members of the cast. I didn't show everyone just yet. And also look at, again, some music for it. And as far as distribution goes, I'm not entirely sure just yet. I mean, I know I'm going to try to get into film festivals if I can make the submission deadlines, which I know I'm coming pretty close on. And of course, probably put it up on Amazon, YouTube for people to see. But as far as like other plans that I've got for other projects and whatnot, I mean, this YouTube channel is going to be one of them. But well, just gonna have to wait and see as I do videos announcing them. So look, I understand this channel's kind of barren at the moment, and I know there isn't really that much of an incentive to actually subscribe yet, but I am going to be working on it, and I hope to take you guys along with me on the journey. So, thank you so much for watching. My name is Ryan, and I'm out.